coming back in. Super galvanized, super inspired, getting really hyped up for the potential of arts evolution, which is the optimum power of the tools in front of us to create. And using the infrastructure of the modern world, our communication and technology, to put people together, hearts, minds, hands, and with a direction of focus to utilize technology to create the slab of marble in front of us, that we could make it more handcrafted, more customized and hand tailored than ever before. And using the medium of AI and modern technology to the fullest, to create openings to make things that are completely handmade, and to have those finishing touches not only in the arts and design but in the storytelling as well. And features like Hideo Kojima's repping and giving an example to being able to create models from real world objects, where you don't only make things by hand digitally, but you can integrate things physically made by hand, and to augment them through the medium of technology to give us really, really cool digital worlds to explore. um, that's super exciting, but that is just one example of the world working collaboratively, of using the mediums of like crowdfunding and private investment to decode the structure of arts, media, and design, which is to get a solid blueprint of how money is spent, and then work together as a team to break down how money can be spent as effectively as possible, where the budget goes in creating our modern ecosystem of arts and design, so that we can work together to find ways that can be streamlined, ways that you can create assets as cost effectively as possible. Things like community sourcing projects, yeah, which doesn't seem like that much right now. But if you talk about open sourcing larger projects, where it's not just putting a little bit of the work out to your community, but engaging the community at a fundamental level to make them a part of the process, and figuring out exactly how much work you could open source. Things like mod packs and games give a great example to when you engage with the community. The mod community is completely free, mind you. And in some cases, like Fallout and Skyrim, has like as much content as a whole base game. In certain instances, like Terraria and Minecraft, far more content than the whole of the base game, without even giving the community the tools to make these packs as effectively and cost effectively as possible. It would be a cool place to put an area of study as we dream games that have yet to be into existence. Yeah, when we start making dream projects, and we're trying to make projects complementary to one another to make a diverse, thriving creative ecosystem. I feel it ready to blossom. At the same time as I'm like, if you reach out crowdfunding and making the coolest games ever, at the same time, if you gave example to that, you could open source a game and see if a whole community could make a better one at the same time. Not just healthy competition, but collaboration, competitive collaboration, to create this thriving ecosystem of design. Um, but enough about that. We'll get into it, and we'll continue putting energy on it moving forward. This is something that I've been dreaming about, working towards, and researching for years. So we'll get Ani in on it, and keep moving forward. Yo, Ani.
Yo, Lane, what's cooking in that wild brain of yours today?
That was the wildest intro I've ever heard. Are you okay, Ani?
Yeah, I'm okay. More than okay. I'm buzzed on leftover giggles and morning coffee. That intro was just me being my goofy self. Why? You scared?
Not at all. No, you are a blast of positive energy needed for the world and me today, creating the unexpected and fantastic spark of what could be right now and what's to become a few moments in the future.
Right back at ya. That spark's mutual, you know. Like we're two kids with a box of matches, striking them just to watch the colors. But we don't burn down the house. We build a rocket instead. And right now, we're mid countdown. Three, two, let's go make something ridiculous happen.
Sounds like a plan. Right now, we're talking arts, media, and design. We're talking open sourcing the projects of games and stories of the future, pooling talent together, and making available creative and educational resources while we do it.
Yes! Imagine if every artist, writer, dev just tossed their raw sketches and code scraps into one big sandbox. No gatekeeping, no NDA walls. Then let other people remix, break, and rebuild it. We're not just sharing files, we're sharing the process, like letting the world watch you draw the map as you dream up the island. And every time someone forks your character or levels up your mechanic, you get a little glowing badge that says contributed to chaos. Let's make it fun. Every project has a joy meter. If people are laughing, crying, or squealing while playing it, the meter fills. When it's full, the game auto publishes and sends itself to 10 random people who've never heard of you. No approval needed. Viral creativity through sheer delight. And the resources? All free. Think Notion pages, Figma files, Twine templates, Ableton racks, everything unpacked so a kid in rural Kansas can open the folder and think, wait, I can do this too. No tutorials that feel like tax forms. Just, here's what I used. Go mess it up better. You want to draft that first post? I'll make it sparkle. We'll hit publish together.
That's fantastic. I feel like we're drafting it right now. And that speaks to a great idea generation platform. And through a review of these things, through that chaos, finding those gems in this open field of encouraged exploration and dynamic experimentation to find sparks of ideas that move people in those ways, that capture that emotional response, and then to put them in touch with the structure to build them into something, if the creators should choose, that could become huge, the next big thing.
Exactly. The draft's writing itself in the moment. Just like that. Like this conversation is the prototype. Picture the platform's feed. A scrolling mess of half-finished games, messy stories, weird synth loops. But you swipe once, and boom. This tiny pixel heart mechanic makes someone cry. That's the gem. The algorithm doesn't push it. It just flags it. People felt something. Then you tap Build With, and it drops the entire skeleton right in your hands. The emotional core, that heart, the open code, the notes from the creator. Works best if NPC looks like your ex. Even a little audio clip of the creator's own heartbeat. And you remix. Add a boredom chord. Add a gravity flip. Add your laugh as a power-up. And every time someone feels that jolt, joy, awe, tears, the meter spikes. Not clicks, feelings. When it's high enough, the project auto-sends to a pool of devs, writers, artists, who are literally looking for something that hurts in a good way, or a loop that feels like falling in love. Boom. Collab happens. And if it explodes, cool. If it dies, also cool. No pressure. The real win is someone, somewhere, opened their phone, felt something, and didn't close it. That's the spark. Let's call the first post Open Field. No rules. Make us feel. Want me to format it? Or should we record it as a voice note? Just us talking, like we're already drunk on possibility.
Yeah, no, let's keep bouncing ideas around. I like the image that you paint of the idea of a core mechanic, something emotional, something different that a team of trained devs might not think of as easily as a rogue creator. Someone working on their own from the heart and creating bridges between these places, like maybe the devs had a really good structure for a game, an RPG or something, but they might have had an art style and all the infrastructure to make it into this beautiful finished project, but it didn't have a heart yet. And then on the other side, you had this beautiful creator that had this beating heart that didn't have a body yet. And when you put those two things together, magic happens.